grown up.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1,000,000. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. For free ideas and easy tips on ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
So, I bet I look like a grown-up to you now.
Well, except for the footy pajamas, I'd have to agree.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Lion Tales, powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation, on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I'm your host, Dr. Lynnda Nadien, along with Aurora Workman, and our guest today is Jack Walters, a former baseball all-star and a proud graduate of Nassau Community College. Tell us about the Levittown Giants and the influence that team had on your life.
The Levittown Giants, a very proud number of years of experience. Between 1975 and 1978, we had a very good team. In 1975, we made it to the Stan Musial League World Series in Battle Creek, Michigan, and came in second. We were one of 8 teams in the country out of 1,100 to make the tournament. We missed in 1976 by a hair. In 1977, we made it back, and we did very well. In fact, we won the national title, Stan Musial League World Series champs. And in 1978, the next year, we came back and to defend our title, and we got prime treatment as defending champions do if they come back. We participated in the opening game that Friday night in front of 2,000 fans. The local people in Battle Creek adopt players and adopt teams, and we were very well adopted by the community. They really wanted us to win. So it was lots of fun. Unfortunately, we didn't win in '78, but we had a terrific time.
So, have you ever coached now? Are you coaching, or did you coach Little League? Or
no, I haven't. But I've often thought to do that. I have a love of teaching, and I like to coach, and of course, baseball is a high priority. In fact, one time my friend and I developed a concept to utilize baseball as an educational experience for children to learn their basic English and math. We worked on that proposal for a few years, but we weren't experienced enough to have it come to fruition.
Can you give me an example of how would that work, or do you remember what your plan was?
Well, sure. Just take a look at the back of a baseball card where you have statistics, and so one could develop a math curriculum, a basic curriculum, depending on the age of the student, and the kids are very much interested in the ball players, and one could have topics for essays that would be developed and have the children write the essays, and then we'd play baseball at the same time.
And do you collect baseball cards?
Well, unfortunately, like so many other people, my mother threw out most of my cards. Yeah. However, her girlfriend took her son's baseball cards. They were 2 big boxes, and she gave them to my mother, and my mother gave them to me. So I have 2 big boxes of old baseball cards. Who knows what they're worth? But that was an exciting.
You'll have to start sorting through those boxes to see if there's anything that you would like to keep, to preserve.
Yeah, I think back in high school when I made the All Long Island Daily News All-Star team at third base. We were supposed to play the New York City Daily News All-Star team in June of 1968. Unfortunately, Robert Kennedy was assassinated in early June that year, and we didn't get to play the game in Yankee Stadium. However, a number of years later, I worked out at Shea Stadium, and in particular Yankee Stadium, and I still remember going from the Yankee dugout, the Yankee locker room, to on the way to the dugout, and first seeing home plate in the infield in the old Yankee Stadium, the house that Ruth built.
Who was your favorite Yankee at that time?
Oh, of course, Mickey Mantle.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And then who was your favorite Met in 69 and then 86?
Well, I loved Bud Harrelson. He was a great defensive shortstop, very scrappy, and he, at least my friends would call me Bud every once in a while because they thought I played like Bud Harrelson.
I remember seeing him play as a kid. Yeah, and he's also works with the Ducks. I don't know if he's still managing them, but that's
good question. I saw a Ducks game years ago, and he was the manager there.
Yeah. And that's a really great event to go to if you can't go to a major league game, but you can see a minor league right on Long Island, which is very interesting.
They sell out quite a bit, and I think they have just a little over 6,000 seats. And they have all kinds of entertainment at the same time.
That's true.
You are listening to Lion Tales on the voice of Nassau Community College 90.3 WHPC. My name is Aurora Workman, along with Dr. Lynnda Nadien, and our guest today is Jack Walters, a former baseball all-star and a proud graduate of Nassau Community College and alumni of the Nassau Community College Board. Now, Jack, a lot of people may not know this, but you are also a board member of the Alumni Association of Nassau Community College.
Yes, Aurora.
Can you tell us how that involvement came about?
Sure. I was very much influenced by my work in volunteering for the University of Pennsylvania Club of Long Island, doing alumni interviewing in 1973, 74, 75 after I graduated. And I had many friends that went to Nassau and decided to follow up with the Alumni Association to see what opportunities there would be to volunteer. And so my influence at the Penn Alumni Club and my many years with the Wharton Business School Club in Manhattan, my last several years there as vice president of education, led me to want to volunteer at a school that I loved, and that was Nassau Community College.
Oh, we're so glad to have you, too. Jack is so great on the board as a board member. And so we are encouraging everyone out there in our listening audiences to become part of the Alumni Association. You can go to our website, www.ncc.edu, and find the alumni there. Lynnda, let's play a game with Jack.
All right, let's see our game. Here we go. So what we're doing is we're saying a word or a phrase and building on familiar Nassau Community College phrases, and then we'll have you share a memory.
Putting me on the spot, huh?
Yeah, for example, College Center Building.
CCB, I know it very well now, but in 1969 and 1970, no such building existed. We were students in the barracks.
Yeah, what was over there? Just grass? High grass?
Oh, goodness. Well, there was the quad. The quad was still around. In fact, I remember demonstrating in 1969 with all the other students against the war. And I was randomly selected to participate with the administration in discussing the students' concerns and the scenario that we had on campus protesting then.
I wonder if there's any footage of that protesting. That would be interesting to see, too.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
Or photographs. Any photographs of that?
There might be, but I haven't really followed up on that for a long time.
Wow, we might be able to find some archivist that has something.
Maybe.
So, what was Club Hour like for you guys?
Club Hour.
Yeah, what did you do on campus?
Well, I don't recall that we had a club hour. Maybe we did, but I was so busy with my academics and playing baseball that I really didn't focus too much on student life.
Tell us a little bit about the campus in terms of where'd you eat at? What was here? Because now we have a whole culinary food court. Mm-hmm. What did you have?
Well, we had a lot of brown bag lunches, and there was a cafeteria, but not quite up to the quality of the cafeteria these days here at Nassau. And of course, occasionally we would go out on Hempstead Turnpike and eat at one of the local fast food places or delis or restaurants.
Yeah, what was on Hempstead Turnpike at that time? Nathan's or something? No, not Nathan's.
No, Nathan's.
Jan's restaurant. Remember that?
Came to Westbury.
Yeah.
But in high school, we used to go to Nathan's all the time in Long Beach, down Long Beach Road. In fact, I live in Oceanside now. Moved to Oceanside from Westbury September 11th, and my apartment is very close to Long Beach Road and Atlantic Avenue, which is just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Nathan's. Of course, Nathan's moved though a bit up the block, and quite a bit smaller than it was back then. But we used to love to take a ride there, as well as sometimes go to Coney Island.
Oh, I love
for the
Coney
hot dogs
Island.
there.
So, we have been speaking with Jack Walters, and we'd like to thank you, Jack, for coming on Lion Tales and telling everyone about Nassau Community College then and now. And we're proud to have had you, and we hope you come back onto the show.
Well, thank you, Aurora. Thank you, Lynnda. And my pleasure being here.
We want to thank you for being with us. My name is Dr. Lynnda Nadien, along with my fabulous friend, Aurora Workman, president of the Nassau Community College Alumni Association. The creative director of Lion Tales is Rudy J. Breedy. This show is a production of the Nassau Community College Alumni Association. Visit ncc.edu/WHPC for more information. Available as a podcast on iTunes, Android Podcasts, and Spreaker. Lion Tales is powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation on the voice of Nassau Community College at 90.3 WHPC. We'll talk to you next week.